Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. We are off for round 2 today of the Southport round of the UK Truck Nationals. This weekend, hopefully it's looking like it's going to be dry weather, a bit different to what the first round was, a mixture of lots of heavy rain and then some sunshine. So a lot of setup changes all weekend at the last round. So I've not been to Southport for probably 10-15 years. When I used to drive X-Factory X6 two-wheel drive buggy many years ago at Nationals, that was the last time I did any racing up at Southport. So I've only actually been once before, so it's only been my second visit. So I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we're all prepared and everything's ready to go. Camping there this weekend, so we'll show you the venue when we get there. Enjoy the racing. I'll record some of the finals as well, and then give you a bit more info during the qualifying this time. And morning everybody. So we are here on the Sunday now after a day's practice yesterday at Southport Model Car Club, and we're just going to take a walk down and have a look at the track a moment. It's a little bit damp this morning, but I believe it'll soon dry out. The weather looks pretty good, so it's pretty hot here yesterday, lots of grip, so we're just going to take a look at the track. So here we are, here's the track layout. So at the minute it's still quite damp this morning, so I'm going to wait a little bit until the track dries out before going on. But it's all pretty short pile astroturf, more like carpet really, no sand in this at all. They've changed the layout from practice yesterday, so you can see you've got race control at the end, while start of the straight. You loop round for a fast corner here, up through a bank corner section, then looped down onto cobbles, which is pretty slick section, and across through the rumbles over the back there. And we looped up and down over a slanting tabletop, then over a jump, across up to a hairpin corner at the top there, and then again through like an S section, then coming back onto the straight. So we'll see how the day goes. I'll give you some results feedback as the day goes on, but this is just morning practice for an hour, and then we get into racing, so catch you in a bit. So here we are for the start of the C final UK Truck Nationals at Southport. It's a nice dry day still. The carnage at the start here, be a lot of shading from the trees over at the back, so it does make that area a little bit difficult to see in some sections. But the track tends to stay the same throughout the day. Quite a carpety type track, so it's more of a sort of pin type tyre conditions for the trucks, rather than the likes of the V2s or the Kingpins or step pins that some people run at the other venues. This one has less sand in the astroturf, so it's a bit more of a carpet based type setup. But it's been a good weekend overall. I'll put up some of my results in a moment from qualifying, but I ended up overall finishing qualifying in 14th place, so a little bit disappointing from my results from previous. I've ended up with a 5th overall in the B final in the first final, with a couple of mistakes from myself that dropped me back, but the pace is there to be able to win that final if I keep it together. So we'll hope leg 2 and leg 3 we'll get those results. Overall, it was a good, nice little facility here at Southport. A few spectators from the thing. There's the pit area. But yeah, overall a nice venue. So if you're heading in this area of Southport, worth coming along and taking a look, and speak to some of the guys there from the club who'd be happy to help you out. So we'll cut through next. We'll show you some of the results, and then we'll try and record the B final. Okay, so I thought I'd show you around my Team Associate T6.2. So basically all the electrical equipment, we've got a Reedy 1508 steering servo on the front. We've got our A and B transponder mounted on the top of the servo here. Then we've got a Hobbywing XR10 Pro speed controller. We're running a KO receiver as I run a KO Esprit 3 stick radio. Battery wise, we're running Nosram 4400 lipos, the low centre gravity units. We then got a Reedy Sonic 5.5 turn motor and one of the rocket fans to keep it cool. Upgrades wise, all I've put on here is the aluminium front bulkhead, and also fitted the carbon arms just to add a little bit of lightweight. Today here for tyre choices, I'm running the J Concepts swaggers in pink on the front and the J Concepts pin downs in pink on the rear, with the front and outer rows trimmed off. And in body shell also we're running J Concepts shell for the T6.2. Other than that, there's no other upgrades on this truck. It's just literally the arms and the bulkhead, just for a bit of reliability. Stock pistons, stock springs. Pretty happy with that setup, to be honest. Car feels okay around this track. I wouldn't say it's a perfect setup. Diff wise, I'm running a ball diff at the minute. Did try a geared diff here, but it seems to be a little bit pushy in the corners. So we went back to running the ball diff and tighten that up a little bit. But overall, that's our setup. If you've got any questions, then let me know. If you're interested in any of the equipment or anything, happy to talk about it, no problem.